morning, students. In this class, I want to discuss some properties of Fourier transform, students. Let us see the properties. First property, students, linearity property. If f of s and g of s are Fourier transforms of f of x and g of x respectively, then capital F of a into f of x plus b into g of x, that is equal to a into f of s plus b into g of s. What, students? If there is any constant, we can write outside, students, like a into f of s. Similarly, b, students, b into g of s is called, this property is called, students, linearity property. Here a and b are, students, constants. A and b are constant, students. Let us see the proof, students. Proof. Now, what is Fourier transform definition, students? Fourier transform. What is Fourier transform definition, students? F of fx, that is equal to f of s, that is equal to, what is formula, students? Integral minus infinity infinity f of x e power isx dx, e power isx dx, students. Now we have here left hand side, students, we have here f of a fx plus b gx, that is equal to integral, by the definition of Fourier transform, integral minus infinity infinity. Previously we have f of x, students, we write here f of x. We have, students, here a into f of x plus b into g of x, so you write the same. So a f of x plus b g of x into e power isx dx, isx dx, that is equal to, simply multiply, students, integral minus infinity infinity multiply e power isx. So we get here a fx e power isx plus b gx e power isx into dx, that is equal to, now you separate the term, students, here. So a is constant, a into integral minus infinity infinity f of x e power isx dx plus b is constant, b integral minus infinity infinity g of x e power isx dx, that is equal to a into, previously we have integral minus infinity infinity f of x e power isx dx, it can be written as, students, f of s. So this is f of s, students, f of s plus b into, we have g, students, in place of f, so it is g of s, g of s. So this is linearity property, students, linearity property. Now what we understand here, students, whenever there is a constant, the constant we can write outside of the function. Okay, let us see the another property, student. Let us see change of scale property. Or, students, change of scale property. Now if f of s is complex Fourier transform, see, students, we can say that it is a Fourier transform or it is a complex Fourier transform, both are same, students, right? Complex Fourier transform of f of x, then f of ax, that is equal to 1 by a f of s by a, where a not equal to 0, is a change of scale property. What, students? This is a change of scale. What is change of scale property, students? f of ax, that is equal, it can be written as 1 by a f of s by a, students, 1 by a f of s by a, right? Proof. Fourier transform, students, Fourier transform. What is Fourier transform, students? f of x, that is equal to f of s, that is equal to integral minus infinity infinity f of x e power isx dx, e power isx dx. Now you take left hand side, students. Left hand side. What is left hand side? F of ax, students. F of ax, that is equal to, see students, previously we have f of x, so that we write here f of x. So this time we have here f of ax. So you write integral minus infinity f of ax. What, students? F of ax e power isx dx, e power isx dx. Now in place of ax I want to write another variable, students. So put ax is equal to t. Ax is equal to t. Now I want to find dx value, students. So a dx, that is equal to dt. Dx is equal to 1 by a dt, students. 1 by a dt. Now if x is the minus infinity, t limits is minus infinity. If x is infinity, t limit also a minus infinity. So limits are same, students. So integral minus infinity to infinity f of ax means t e power is, what is x value, students? Here x is equal to t by a. So t by a. You know dx value, students, 1 by a dt. 1 by a dt, that is equal to 1 by a. See, students, previously we have s, students. So we write here f of s. Now this time, students, we have I, there is I. So here also we have I. There is x. Here we have t. The variable is changed, students. No problem at all. So here we have s, but here we have s by a. So what is notation, students, here? F of s by a. F of s by a. This is RHS, students. This is RHS. This is the change of scale property. Simple, students. Simply you write ax is equal to t. Ax is equal to t and substitute. Then we get 1 by a f of s by a. Let us see change of scale property for sine transform. Let us see the note, students. Same, students, change of scale property for Fourier sine transform. Say fs of s is a Fourier sine transform. Say fs of f of ax, that is equal to 1 by a fs of s by a, or fs of f of x by a, that is equal to a into fs of as. Fs of into as, students. Now same, students, say Fourier sine transform. Solution Fourier sine transform. What is Fourier sine transform, students? Fourier sine transform, f of fs of s, that is equal to integral 0 to infinity f of x sin sx dx. Now we have, students, here fs of f of ax, students, f of ax. So that is equal to integral 0 to infinity f of ax sin sx into dx. Same, students, again ax is equal to t, a dx is equal to dt, dx is equal to 1 by a dt. Now limits is, students, 0. So whenever x tends to 0, t tends to, students, 0, obviously. T tends to 0. So we get here integral 0 to infinity f of t sin x, students, x means t by a, that means s by a into t dx, students, 1 by a dt. So 1 by a dt, that is equal to 1 by a is constant. So 1 by a integral 0 to infinity f of t sin s by a t dt, that is equal to 1 by a. Previously if you have sin sx, yes, we can write fs of s, students. Now we have here s by a, so it can be written as, students, fs of Fs of S by A. Fs of S by A. This is about change of scale property for Fourier sine transform, students. Similarly, you can done Fourier cosine transform in the similar manner, students. There we have cos in place of sine, students. Okay, let us see the another property, students. Let us see shifting property, students. Shifting property: if f of s is complex Fourier transform of f of x, then f of x minus a, this is important, students. F of x minus a, that is equal, it can be written as e power isa f of s, e power isa f of s is called shifting property. What, students? Shifting property. Proof. Again take Fourier transform, students. Fourier transform. What is Fourier transform, students? F of x, that is equal to f of s, that is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity f of x e power isx dx, e power isx dx, students. Now we have here f of x minus a. Take LHS f of x minus a, that is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity. If there is f of x, we write f of x, students. We have f of x minus a, so f of x minus a e power isx dx. Again same, students. Put x minus a is equal to t. Say put x minus a is equal to t. So what is dx value, students? Dx value is dt. So limits remain, students, same. So whenever x tends to minus infinity, t tends to minus infinity. Whenever x tends to infinity, t tends to infinity. So integral minus infinity to infinity f of x minus a t e power is x value, students. Here x value is t plus a, dx value, students, dt. Dx value is dt. Now that is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity f of t, multiply, students, is, and separate the term, students, e power ist into e power isa dt. Now here with respect to t, this term is constant, students. So you can write e power isa integral minus infinity to infinity f of t e power ist dt. So that is equal to e power isa. Here we have t, students, in place of x. So both are variables. So this can be written as, students, f of s. So this is equal to RHS. What is RHS, students? E power isa f of s. E power ias f of s. This is about shifting property, students. Simple, students. If you put x minus a is equal to t and substitute here, then we get the right hand side value. Let us see the another property, students, very important, modulation property. Let us see the important property, students, in extra exam point of view and an application point of view. Modulation property. If f of s is complex Fourier transform of f of x, then f of x cos ax, that is equal to 1 by 2 f of s plus a plus f of s minus a. This is called modulation property, students. And there is another property in modulation. There is another case, students. If it is Fourier sine transform, given fs of f of x cos ax, that is equal to 1 by 2 fs of s plus a plus fs of s minus a. If we given Fourier cosine transform, we can do in the similar manner, students. Right? Let us see. Proof. First one, students. You take Fourier transform, students. Fourier transform. What is Fourier transform, students? F of x, that is equal to f of s, that is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity f of x e power isx dx. e power is x dx. Now here take LHS students. LHS. What is LHS? F of x cos ax, that is equal to integral minus infinity infinity. Previously we have f of x students, so write f of x. We have students f of x cos ax, so f of x cos ax into e power isx dx, e power isx dx students. Now we have f of s plus a students, s plus a. So this cos ax can be written as, we have formula students, cos ax, that is equal to e power iax plus e power minus iax by 2. What students? Cos ax formula, e power iax plus e power minus iax by 2. Okay students, right, substitute here. So that is equal to, here we have 1 by 2 students, stay right outside, 1 by 2 integral minus infinity infinity f of x into e power iax plus e power minus iax into e power sx dx, that is equal to 1 by 2 into integral minus infinity infinity f of x, multiply and apply integration on both terms students. So f of x e power iax into e power isx students, ix. So we can take common I and x students. We get here s plus a into x dx plus integral minus infinity infinity f of x, this time students minus iax plus iax. So e power, taking common again, I and x students, I and x. So you get here students s minus a into dx, that is equal to 1 by 2 into, if there is a yes, we can write f of s students. Now we have here s plus a, so this can be written as f of s plus a, plus, now this students we have s minus a, so this can be written as f of s minus a. This is modulation property students. This is the modulation property. This is RHS. Right. So the second one students. Second one. What is students? Fourier sine transform. What is Fourier sine transform students? Fourier sine transform. What is Fourier sine transform students? Fs of s, that is equal to integral 0 to infinity f of x sine sx dx, sine sx dx students. Now here we have fs of f of x cos ax students. So that is equal to integral 0 to infinity f of x cos ax sine sx dx. Now we have a formula students, 2 sine a cos b. What is formula students? Sine a plus b plus sine a minus b. Sine a plus b, sine a minus b. So what is a students here? What is a? Yes. And what is b students? A. What is b? A. So what is missing term here students? 2. So 1 by 2 into 2 students. 1 by 2 into 2. So that is equal to 1 by 2 integral 0 to infinity f of x 2 cos ax sin x students. So it can be written as sin a plus b. So sin a plus b. So a means here s plus b means a into x students into x plus sin a minus b, sin s minus a into x students, x into dx. So that is equal to 1 by 2 into, you apply integration on both terms students, integral 0 to infinity f of x sin s plus a into x dx plus integral 0 to infinity f of x sin s minus a x dx. That is equal to 1 by 2 into, now previously we have fs of s, that is equal to sin sx students, sin sx. So we write here, you can write here s students. Now we have here s plus here, so it can be written as fs of s plus a plus, here we have s minus a students, so fs of s minus a. This is about modulation property in Fourier sine transform students. Similarly, you can do Fourier cosine transform students in the same way. Right? Let us see the last property students. Important students. Show that f of x power n, f of x, that is equal to minus I whole power n d power n by ds power n into f of s. What students? D power n by ds power n f of s. Now what is your observation students? Take f of s, you differentiate with respect to s students, by mathematical induction we can generalize students, So solution Fourier transform students, Fourier transform. What is Fourier transform students? F of s, that is equal to integral minus infinity f of x e power I s x dx students, dx. Now see students, d power n by ds power n, so you differentiate students. So this is 1, differentiate 1 with respect to s students, we get d by ds of f of s, that is equal to d by ds of integral minus infinity f of x e power I s x dx, that is equal to integral minus infinity f of x. We are, please remember students, we are differentiating with respect to s students. Whenever we take this d by ds inside of the integration, it will become dou students because of one result. So there is no need students. It is have to write dou by dou s e power I s x into dx. That is equal to, whenever we differentiate with respect to s, x is constant students, so integral minus infinity f of x, come on tell me students, derivative of d by dx of e power ax is a into e power ax, so e power I s x into, again derivative of e power I s x is ix into dx. See students, we can rearrange the terms here, I into integral minus infinity f of x, already we have x, so x e power I s x dx, Now say this is d by ds of f of s, say this is 2 students, 2, differentiate 2 with respect to s students, we get, what students, differentiate 2 with respect to s, we get, so again this time we get here students d square by ds square f bar of s, that is equal to, in similar manner we differentiate like this, students. We get here I into integral minus infinity x f of x. Differentiate this one, students. We get here again e power isx into I x, students, I x dx. So that is equal to I into I, students. We get I square integral minus infinity. We have x, students, x into x square f of x e power I s x dx. If I again differentiate this one, d cube by dx cube f bar of s, then we get here, students, I cube integral minus infinity x cube f of x e power is x dx, students. So we can generalize here. So d power n by ds power n f bar of s, that is equal to, tell me, students, I power n integral minus infinity x power n f of x e power I s x dx. So that is equal to I power n x power n. Now see, students, not x power n, integral minus infinity x f of x e power I s x dx, students. So this is f of s, students. So f of x power n, f of x power n, f of x, students. Now see, students, we have here minus I f of x power n f of x, that is equal to, so rearrange the terms here, students, f of x power n f of x, that is equal to, divide with I power n, students. So we get here I power n d power n by ds power n f bar of s, students. So this can be written as minus I whole power n d power n by ds power n f bar of s, students, f bar of s. Since we know, students, 1 by I, so multiply with I by I, students. I by I means we get here I square, that means we get minus 1, students. So it can be written as minus I. If there is minus whole power n, students, so we get here minus I whole power n, students. So like this, minus I whole power n d power n by ds power n f bar of s. This is our result, students. This is our result. This is very, very important result, students, in examination point of view. Hope you understand. Thank you for watching this video. Jai Hind.